I am Pat Nash. Wow, I get to come and talk to the family. I don't want to talk about me. I love love, and you start loving on you. There is nothing selfish about loving you. If you spell out the word you, Y-O-U, look at yourself and tell yourself, I owe you. My mission is to tell women, love you. I don't think we're afraid of our shortcomings. I think we're afraid to find out that we are powerful beyond measure. When you move the wrong people out of your life, I promise you the right ones will show up. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Y-O-U, love on you. That's it. Happy Sunday night. We are live. Thank you all for joining us. So I'm going to go ahead and bring on my co-host. I think she's in the background waiting to jump on. Miss Renada Carr. There she is. Hey girl.
Hey. How are you? Good evening, everyone.
So good to see you. Let me tell y'all how my beautiful friend got on here tonight. Because I asked her to. That's the relationship we have. Yes, I want to talk about power couples and some of the weaknesses of power couples. She's like, okay, I'll do that. And then we have something exciting to tell you that is about to happen. She is doing, and I get to be up close and personal. Watch. We're going to go ahead and tell them what you're going to be doing before we get into the show and where it's going to be happening. And maybe later on in the show, we'll tell them again in case they forgot. So what is the deal that's coming up soon that you're really excited about? And I cannot wait.
Okay. Well, I started a new company called Tru Godis Entertainment. And right. So I'm really excited about it. And this will be my first big event. I've done several, but I've not done anything to this magnitude. So it's going to be Armore's first Southern Soul Blues show. And I have M. Kelly and Tina Brown, the bad girl of blues, coming along with Vocal, Oklahoma City's own, and Chad, who is a Nashville native, and it'll be his first time touring. It'll be held in Ardmore on Main Street. I believe it's Murray State Event Center, and it'll be May 17th this year. Doors open at 8, show starts at 9. Tickets are $30, or you can get VIP tickets, which includes a barbecue meal, a barbecue dinner, and it's $55. And then if you want to skip all that and just get basic tickets, we do have VIP tables available for $100 each, and I think we only have 6 left. So those are actually going faster than everything else.
That is what she's doing at Ardmore. You guys, Ardmore, Oklahoma is my hometown. So that's what I love about Southern Soul. So, the cool part is Southern Soul is such a down home, good feeling, good fun thing. I cannot wait. I'm going to be doing my boots on the ground, y'all. It's called Sundresses and Cowboy Boots. I'm like, look, if I wasn't emceeing, yes, your girl is going to MC.
Thank you. You're doing me a blessing by being my MC at my first big event. So it's only right to support my sister because you're supporting me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I will love it. So, she put up the flyer.
Right.
When I tell you, we're going to have so much fun. So, Oklahoma City and Dallas, you're driving distance. My Atlanta friends, y'all go on and fly in. We'll figure out where to, we'll just make pallets on, we'll all crash.
We will. I got 2 air mattresses, so.
Girl, I have extra bedrooms.
Oh, see, look at you.
Your first event is going to be absolutely fabulous, and I'm so proud of you. Let me say this, you guys. I invited her on because we're going to talk about the weaknesses of power couple. Now, y'all know how this show goes. I talk to people who are like-minded. We have not rehearsed anything. I think she just knew what the subject was because I sent her the flyer and I told her she was going to. But the beauty in this is, you guys, this is straight talk from the heart. So we're just going to talk about, and I'm going to ask you, Renata, if somebody says power couple to you, what comes to mind for you? If someone say power.
If I say one word, it would be thriving. Because to me, a power couple, they're thriving. You know, they're getting through the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yes.
And I feel like that's one of the major keys, I guess, to a power couple.
And they're doing it together. I think that's why it's
Yes,
called couple. Not
yes,
just one
yes.
doing it alone, another person. So I tell you, I saw something. Matter of fact, my good friend Portia, who is out in Texas, shout out to Portia, Portia Williams. She will send things to me sometimes. Say, "What do you think about this, sis?" Or "I like this. I like this." Relationship stuff, because she know that's my passion, my heart. So if I will, we'll get the director to roll that video that I saw. Here we go.
When the man that never been appreciated crosses path with the woman who was never loved correctly, you better watch out. Because that right there is a true power couple. Because that's two people that have been to the depth of hell and lifting themselves out. But now they're not doing it themselves. They're doing it together as one unit. And that right there is a force to be reckoned with. When the man...
Isn't that cool? She sent it to me. I'm like, we need to talk about that. I'm going to tell you why. I so agree with you. I so agree. You know, people know I have been married before. And I mean, you know, most of us have been in a relationship or married or with someone for a long time. So the cool part is when I saw that initially, let me tell you how my mind thinks. I love that because I could relate to it. When I tell you people see me in this season, and I show up a lot differently, because you guys, that reminds me, you know, this is my gear, Greater Self-Love gear, and I'm rocking my mug too by Greater Self-Love. But I shared that with the ladies. When you start loving yourself correctly, it's going to be very hard for you to be attached to man, woman, anyone that is not loving you like you need to be loved. Am I right? When you start growing and realizing your power, how hard is it to be around people who don't have that same energy? Do you find that hard to be around someone who doesn't share your excitement? Because I caught your energy immediately when I met you. It was like, my gosh, I need to know.
Kindred spirits, for sure, for sure. But yeah, I have to skedaddle. I have to get out of there. If the energy isn't right, if it's not warm and inviting, I don't waste my time in even trying to fake, you know, that it's gonna be okay. I don't put myself in those type of situations.
But did you in the past, did you do that in the past?
Oh, I have. Yes, yes. And it interrupted my peace.
I'm telling you, people think I'm funny sometimes. When I sign off, I'll say, I wish you love, light, peace, and blessing. And I do that because that is what I found when I started loving me. And I'm saying, you guys, I'm not going to say I've always taken care of myself. You know, what we do, we make sure our hair is right, we get our nails done. It's so much more to that. But I'm saying, when he started speaking that, and that lady who's not been loved properly is now a match with someone who's loving her properly. And then the reciprocal, he's never been appreciated. And now she's appreciating him. I don't know if anybody else heard that, but I heard it and saw it. They say a woman, you give a woman something and it's her job to multiply it and give it back to you. That is her job. Yes. Right, Mary. So if they give you peace, guess what you're going to do? Give them a whole lot of peace and a whole lot of other stuff, right? That goes with it. So I saw, once she was loved correctly, the appreciation that flows out of that, because you know the experience of not being loved correctly. And it doesn't feel good. It does not. And no matter what you do, you said something key. No matter what you do, you can't change that. So why would you be wasting your time? You mentioned that. I waste my time anymore. Maybe you know the trouble with the power couple. The title of this is The Weakness of a Power Couple. I would say, and you know, some of the ladies are gonna probably get me on this. I think sometimes we've been so loved improperly that it becomes a habit for us, that we almost attract the same person we got rid of. And I kept trying to figure out why. I'm talking to myself. You know, I like to give my own personal testimony. But I think it's really until you plug into that vibration and that energy of love, and because you're carrying it for yourself, right? That's what you attract. You attract who you are. And so me not loving me, I was attracting people who don't love me too, right? Who weren't loving me correctly, I should say. And Andy said, because we don't know any better. Yeah, we don't know any better. I believe when we know better, we do better. I'm not going to keep talking. I'm not going to overtalk you, because I know have so much inside of you. You're such a peaceful person. And
Well,
Mary said,
okay.
no, talk to me. Talk to me
Okay,
about
so when you first sent me the flyer, and I was thinking to myself, and I have to be very honest and transparent because that's how I roll.
yeah,
I've never been in a power couple. I've always been the powerful one. I've always been the one to push through. I've always been the one to make sure everything is taken care of. On the flip side, I now have a business partner
mhm,
who isn't trying to finagle me or take my ideas and run with them or anything like that, and I actually value that. So when he was speaking out, I can't look at it as a relationship as a couple,
you're
but
hitting it.
I do look at it as a relationship because I feel like it could happen in any category, not just
Yeah.
relationship
Have we
wise.
talked about this before? Have you and I talked about
Yeah.
this before?
Yes, we have.
We talked about it, but not on this subject.
No.
You saw the same thing I saw because I know people like
Mhm,
you. I know people like me.
mhm,
I'm not
mhm,
married until
mm,
recently. I never ever experienced
right,
a man who supports me and my vision and my
right,
dream. And it's like,
right.
go do it, without some kind of
Dead.
competition or underlying stuff. But I think the weakness of people saying power couple, people expect you to have a husband or wife that makes them,
Mhm,
but you hit the nail
mhm,
right on the head. I'm gonna say this. For I had support from a male and
mhm,
my boo showed up and started supporting me and doing what he do. Guess who I had? I had a
who?
woman who was like-minded and together
Mhm,
we're a power couple. We're not
mhm,
together in a relationship like that, but
mhm,
her strength is my weak. My
yeah,
strength is her weakness. So we came together. So the weakness, you guys, of a power couple is that some people think that has to be in your relationship
mhm.
and they miss
It should
out
be
on
in all. I
be
was
what?
just saying it could be in all relationships, to be honest.
Yeah,
In anytime you're interacting with someone, you should always give your greatest self.
yeah, yeah. Show up great for them and
Yeah,
be
and
powerful.
yourself.
Like you said, you show up in
Yeah.
your powerful self, right?
Mhm,
When you and I come together and work together, guess what we are?
mhm.
We're a power couple because we're
That's
coupled
true.
together to make this thing happen. So the weakness is people expecting it to be like a male female relationship. It can be a
Mhm.
relationship that works well. I have this thing, and I'm Tanya. I want to put Tanya's message up. So, I'm sorry, Toya says, I tell people you set the stage for the way people treat you by the way you treat yourself.
Ooh,
Speaker,
isn't that the truth?
I agree. Raise the vibration and love on yourself. That energy match will come along. That's what I'm
Mhm,
saying.
mhm,
Toya, thank you,
mhm.
girl. You get it. You get it.
Okay.
Yes, you get it. You get it. And that's so true. I say people want to listen to FM radio, but they're on an AM dial. So you got
Yes,
people that are not on your same frequency, but you're expecting same frequency energy, and it's never going to come. They're on a
yeah,
whole different frequency than you. And unless they shift over, unless you willing to shift over, or they willing to shift over, you're not going to be vibing together. And
that's
people
true.
think it's funny. I hit my vibe, my tribe. I've done it. I've done it for a long time where I'm vibrating at a certain energy, and maybe the people around me are not vibrating at that energy.
Yeah.
It starts to feel awkward and cumbersome and heavy. And then you're like, what do I need to do? Especially,
Mhm.
hey, check this out, especially in a husband and wife situation. It's like, but they're
Ooh.
supposed to be my power. They're supposed to be my
Mhm.
support, right? I say
Yeah.
leave them alone. Leave them alone. Mary's agreeing with
Mhm.
you for you. Leave them alone. Sometimes that is not the person you're supposed to attach to do your thing. God bless you if that person is your husband or your wife or your life partner. God bless you because it makes life so much easier. But there's a real
Mhm.
chance and a real possibility, unless you came together like that, that person is doing their thing. Like you said, they're showing up powerful, like Renata, doing her
Mhm.
thing. They might be over here showing up powerful, doing their thing. Y'all come together, but y'all are powerful, but it doesn't mean y'all need to be on one thing.
Right.
You could be over here working events. He might be over here doing investments. Shows up powerful
Mhm.
over here. You show up powerful over
Mhm.
here. You're a power couple, but
Mhm.
people think that you have to be working on the same thing.
No, you don't. You
You
just
don't.
have to have the agreements on what the outcome is, and
Women,
everybody should
that's it.
play their role accordingly, and
Yes.
you'll get it done.
Because when you are doing it on your own, showing up, if you wanted someone who was powerful like you, and you wanted to attach yourself to them, what would that look like for you?
Ooh.
I'm asking you now, girlfriend to girlfriend.
Yes.
I don't know.
Oh, you digging deep. Okay, so I think for me, because of my personality, I think I need someone open-minded
Yes.
and patient, because I'm forever changing. We've talked about that before. I'm forever changing. I may not be the same woman you met me in 2026. You know what I mean? So I don't want me evolving to ever get in the way of our relationship. So he needs to be flexible and
Yes.
understanding and all of that.
He needs to
Yes.
love the you, because the whole you
Yes.
understands that you are growing.
Yeah.
He should
Yes.
be growing too, shouldn't he? I'm
Yes.
like, hey, this person should
Right.
be growing like I'm growing. Then they won't feel left out, right? That's what
Mhm.
happens. Have you ever heard the term, I just outgrew them?
Yes.
That is so
Because it's
sad.
true.
It
It's true.
is.
It's not sad. I think it's a part of life, honestly. I think that everybody is not meant to be in your life forever.
I know, but why can't you, if you love someone, why can't you decide to grow in your area?
Yes.
So remember how I said I feel like women reciprocate when the man loves them correctly? But I think there's a flip side to that too. A male or your partner, let me be careful, your partner will reciprocate when there's things that you do. But this clip
Right.
happens to be male-female relationship and talking about what is expected in that. I don't know if our awesome producer can roll that one.
I remember my grandfather telling me, God rest his soul, before he passed away, that men have 4 different appetites that you have to tend to. He said men are not complicated. He said, I'm just going to break it down to you. He told me, he said, men have a physical appetite, a visual appetite, a sexual appetite, and an emotional appetite. And for a minute, I really didn't understand it when I was younger, but as I got older, it really started to click. It always stayed with me. He said, physically, you need to make sure that you know how to cook. And if you don't know how to cook, then find out how to cook. And if you can't, then at least have a meal on the stove or in the stove. By the time he gets there, that's warm, especially if that man is taking care of the household. He said, it don't take a lot of work. He said, it don't. And I watched my grandmother do it. I watched her do it, so I know that I'm capable. He said, a visual appetite. He said, keep yourself up. He said, if you're the only woman that this man is going to be with, at least keep yourself up. He said, because men still need to be stimulated visual, so that way they can crave you. He said, and he said, love will still be there. He said, and although your looks will fade, you the one woman that he wants to look at. Give him something, excite him, make him imagine something, tease. Right? And then there's a section. Grandfather told me, he said that, yes, visually you can stimulate a man. He said, but don't forget that men are sexual in nature. He said, and so they're going to want to do what they want to do to their woman. You're the only woman that he's sleeping with. You're the only woman that he desires. Take some time out of y'all day. He said, look, y'all got to share the responsibilities, share the responsibilities. You both do things in the house, so that way when the kids are down, y'all both aid and oil each other down. Do what y'all need to do. That's going to help y'all connect. And then last one, he said, men do have an emotional appetite. He said, all men want to feel is appreciated, understood, heard. That's it. He said, just listen to him. You don't got to talk much. You're the only woman that he's sleeping with. You're the only woman that he desires. He always told me that men are not that complicated. He's absolutely right.
Whoa, wow. What did you think, Renata?
That was nice. I liked it. I've seen it before. Yeah, and those are wise words, I feel like. I feel like it really is that simple. And I feel like sometimes we get in the way and make it difficult.
Girl, when I tell you, when I saw that and I was reading the comments, I'm like, okay, so evidently there are some women as well as men that don't want a relationship, because relationships do require work. They do.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
anything that is worthwhile requires work. If you got a
Yeah.
business, guess what? And it's going to pay you, you're going to have to work. Who knows that? We do, right? We know it's a lot of work
Yeah.
involved. We might make it look easy, but it's a lot of work involved. So
Mhm.
I don't care what it is, I would say worthwhile relationship, especially the one with yourself, it has work involved. You have to understand that person, know what they want, listen. When she said listen and appreciate, you don't even understand how important that is. Okay, so it is late, but it's not going to be like late, late. So it might be some children in the room or whatever. So we're not going to get too explicit. But I heard that women who work the evening shifts sometimes, a lot of times they're paid very well to listen, not do anything else. Just look attractive and listen, because the person who's paying for their services has not had that. Isn't that weird? I mean, I guess it's normal. I don't know that
Well,
you
I
can be.
don't know about paying for it, but I
They're paying
think
for
that
it.
communication has slipped away. Like people being in the same room, like family gatherings is not the same. No
No,
one's really going outside to play. I don't really see that many exactly. I don't see that many kids, or adult getting together, and not
just
like it
having a
used to be in the 70s. Everybody used to be at the park, or used to take strolls and you run into people, but not anymore.
no. Everybody's on their phones, and you can see people sitting in a restaurant, and they're on their phone separate. And I'm
I
like,
can't stand it.
purposely try to make note. Okay, I'm shutting this down because this is important to me, so I can listen to this person, or I can hear them, or you know what I'm saying. Take some time out for the person who is in your face. It's like
Right.
these people ain't in your face. Put it down and let's get a conversation going again, right? I think that's why
Mhm.
shows and podcasts and everything is so popular now, because people are seeing people have a conversation. It's almost like, wow, they're really talking. And things
Right.
are really getting worked out because they're having a conversation, right? So another thing she said, ladies, don't, her grandfather said this, don't be mad at me. Know how to cook. Now I know how to order
Mhm.
out and I know how to cook because
Mhm.
I'll be busy, right? So of course, we know sexually that's very important for you to come together. I mean, even people who are ultra religious or read the Bible, they will tell you it says strictly don't come apart, which means don't give up being together. Don't come apart except for by mutual consent, because that causes issues. That's in there. I can show it to him. I used to have to do this as a marriage counselor. It says right here, don't do what you're doing, right? So even if you're mad, don't do this. And visually. Now, some women have a problem with this because they're like, look, that was before, he pumped me with 4 babies or whatever. So I got kids and maybe I got a lot of stuff to do. So I can't, wake up like this. Like Beyonce says, I woke up like this. I can't do that to always be this eye can. And, he has a 3 liter. He don't have the 6 pack he had when we dated, but he's looking at me looking at me some kind of way. And like we said, people love, but it still doesn't mean that we don't love ourselves enough to take care of ourselves and
Yes. Yeah.
to present ourselves. I saw something on Instagram, Renata, it cracked me up. It said when a woman is going out with her husband, and showed a picture of this lady. She had on her
Yeah.
pants. And then when she going out with her girl, I mean, she was dolled up. And I'm like, that is so
Yeah.
true. Why do we do that?
Yeah.
It's like, I live with him. He didn't see me at my worst, so it's no big deal. It matters, lady. Don't be mad at me. It matters. Guys are simple. They're visual creatures.
Yeah.
They're also emotional, not emotional like you're not gonna have me on here saying they cry babies or they're whiners. I'm saying emotion. They have emotional needs too, just like we want
Mhm.
attention paid to us. They want that. What does she say? They want to be appreciated, understood, and heard. Women want the same thing. So hey, that's
Mhm.
not unusual. And girl, I about died when she said, the grandpa said, y'all bathe, oil each other up. The kids now bathe and oil each other up.
And
I did say this yesterday, and I'm going to say this. I think people come into your lives for seasons and reasons sometimes, and I wouldn't trade my experiences for anything because they made me who I am now. And I think I show up pretty awesome because I learned. You don't lose. You win
right.
some and you learn some. You only lose when you don't learn. So I've learned what you just told me a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Show up, be who you are, but don't waste your
Yeah.
time with people who are
No.
not in your
Yeah.
same vibration because you can't change them. I have a saying, and I'm going to coin this phrase, and I probably will put it on some merchandise because I've started opening my own shop for motivational things. But I was telling Angee one day, I was talking to her, and I said the sad part is sometimes people can't see themselves. They
Yes.
cannot see the stuff that they say about other people is them. And but they can't see themselves. And the sad part for me is if they can't see it, you can't show it to them. You can't make them see it. When they're ready and they're ready to reflect and think about who they are and how they show up, they may see it then. But if they don't see it, it's very difficult for you to show them
I
what's
wouldn't
going.
waste your time. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
speaking, I'm gonna give my own personal testimony. Some years ago,
Mhm.
I had people who were telling me Pat, you help so many people. What are you doing for you? I feel like you're giving everything away and you're not keeping anything for yourself. Why are you telling everything? Why are you telling people this, telling people that? Why do you give so much? Why do you? I'm like, because it makes me feel good. So I'm not giving, nobody's using me. They're just using you to get all their problems solved and they're not helping you, da da da. Nobody's using me. I'm doing it
Right.
because I want to. I understand now what they were saying. Why didn't I take some time to figure out what I wanted and use some of that energy toward what I wanted and not just all about them? Because what happens with them, even with spoiled children, what happens with spoiled friends, spoiled children, spoiled siblings, the moment you stop doing all the things you used to do for them, you are
You're
crazy.
the bad guy.
You're the bad guy.
Mhm.
You're
Mhm.
wrong because you
Mhm.
finally started loving yourself enough not to be around drama all the time. And you guys don't have to be. You told me something, Renata, about boundaries. What did you say? Because you established
Yeah.
boundaries.
I just feel like
You know, I stole it. I
yeah.
noticed I stole it. You said boundaries don't mean you're beefing. It doesn't mean you're beefing
No,
boundaries.
it doesn't. And I also feel like, we are all put here to be of service, but it's up to us on how we're being serviced, how we're being used. So those
Yeah.
boundaries are important. I mean, we are supposed to serve each other. We
Mm.
are. But with boundaries, you never give your last,
No,
you're
you're not
supposed
being
to give your last to yourself.
yeah, you're not being responsible. You're not being a
Yeah.
responsible person if you give all your resources away.
Mhm.
Listen to me. Do not give all your resources, which is time, energy, focus, away. You have to hold something for yourself. You have to. Like give, I don't know, like tithe your time or your energy or whatever. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to listen
Yeah.
to Renata. But when it comes time for you to show up for yourself and you have nothing left,
Mhm.
it's because you were not a good steward of your time,
Mhm.
your
Of
focus,
yourself. Yeah.
your
To
your
yourself. Yeah.
talents. You weren't a good steward, so you can't claim God of the universe that you don't have because you gave it all away. You gave all your time, you gave all your focus, you gave all your creativity to someone else, and you kept nothing for yourself.
Mhm.
You weren't a good steward. So
Yeah.
on this power couple thing, we got a few more minutes. I
Okay.
want to say, surround yourself with like-minded people. And if your
Mhm.
husband or your wife does not understand your business model, they do not understand your career you've chosen, that's okay. You can still love them, but seek out a power partnership or someone else that you can bring your talents with, a business partner, and take off from there. It doesn't mean your spouse
Mhm.
doesn't love you. It just means you have
Mhm.
separate interests.
That's right. And it's
So
okay.
it's okay. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It's okay because we hear
Mhm.
this power couple thing. I'm telling you, for
Yeah.
years that was a problem in my marriage. It's like I want to do
Mhm.
so much, and it's like I feel like you're stifling me because you don't want me to do anything.
Mhm.
And the
Mhm.
truth is, they didn't mind you doing it. They just didn't want to
Mhm.
support you in it, and they felt like they would have to, so they were discouraging you from doing it. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes. I think that ties into one of the things that I wanted to tell you. I was thinking about when I was looking at the flyer. Part of the problem is an overactive ego as well.
Mm,
Um, yeah, I was thinking about that. Overactive ego, because the ego is necessary, because that's where your courage comes from, right? But when
right.
it's overactive, that means there's a problem somewhere. You're scared and you're not facing it. So ego is coming into play, and now you're extra, you know what I mean? Or you're angry, or whatever the case is.
Yeah, and you don't even know why. You just feel that way because you're not
Yeah.
satisfied with yourself and what you're doing.
I
But
feel like it's important to at least start training yourself to take 15 minutes. Just start off with 15 minutes and dedicate it to you, especially for the workaholics out there. I'm an Aquarius. I work very hard.
yeah,
Sometimes I'm on a 16-hour shift. You travel a lot. You're a Pisces. You know what I mean? So I just feel like to start heading in the direction that you want to go, give yourself 15 minutes. Give yourself 15 minutes and dedicate it to you and to you only. Turn
I
off your
like
phone. Get in the mirror. I used to do this all the time because I had issues. I get in the mirror and I love myself. I look at myself as I'm oiling myself down, and I give myself words of affirmation.
Like,
No, 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 no,
I'm
no.
just
Not
saying,
granddaddy. Yeah,
you're
not granddaddy. Yeah.
I love it.
But I mean, that it is a little intimate. It is, but
Yeah.
it's good for the mental. It's good for you. You know what I mean? But yeah,
I
not don't rub yourself too.
see that's my fault. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry. So thank you. I'm gonna take that advice because I know a lot of times I get up in the morning and I have text, okay, so and so needs to be paid, or don't forget
Cut
you
it.
gotta do this or you
Cut
or
it.
that. And a
Cut it.
bad habit I'll have this phone on the side of me. Um, Thank you, Todd. Todd said too, when you look in the mirror and you're looking at yourself and you're really, I
Hmm.
guess, intently focused on it, God
Hmm.
is behind you in that image anyway.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
see
Yeah.
yourself. You
It's
can know
it's really a real connection. Hmm.
God. Mhm. It's difficult to love yourself when there's so many other people who have
Okay.
dominion of you. She put that up. Thank you, Angie. For those of you who have that book, I am asking you as a favor. A lot of you have do the review.
Well, I
Amazon.
love the book. I think everyone should read it. I mean,
Thank
at
you.
least take a
It's
crack
a
at
short
it.
read. This
Yes.
first is a very, very short read, and I did it in Spanish. It's a very,
Mhm.
very short read. Now, the newest one that came out, The Advantages of Greater Self-Love, it's a little thicker, but this book gets into a little more of my personal testimony about what I was going through and what I'm learning and finding out about even the psychology of showing up for yourself. You really
Mhm.
do show up more powerful with
Mm.
everybody when you take that time. But I like what you said, Renata. Start out with 15 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. And that's how I had to, because that's all I could cut away at the moment. But then it turned into an hour, then it turned into a day, then it turned into a 3-day weekend vacation. You know what I mean? It started to become a natural thing, and now I don't have to program myself to say, "Hey, take care of you. Love on you, Renata." You know what I mean? I don't have to do that anymore.
That's beautiful. Mary says she highlighted
Mhm.
that part in her book because it's like you do have to remind yourself. And I know Mary is such a beautiful giver, like a lot of women that I know. It's like give, 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 give. You're all over the
Mhm.
place. And I'm saying
Mhm.
women, you guys, but I know men that I know.
Yeah.
I know single dads. Shout out to Dale. You met my brother from another mother,
Oh,
Dale Pat.
yeah,
He
yeah.
videography and the photos. Um, I know he is all over the place. He shows up. He's a single dad and he has been a single dad since his kids were little. He had 2 children. He did everything. Little girl, he did her
Mhm.
hair. God bless that baby.
Right,
And
right.
the son, they're grown now, but he did that. And he's an entrepreneur. So there are dads who do that too. I think it's rarer because
Mhm.
women by nature will usually take over that even when the guy is not there. They're gonna be mama. Mama's
Mhm.
gonna take care of something.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
but I'm not taking away from the men because I know single men out there too who are raising their children and doing their thing and there for them.
Mhm.
But I'm saying as a woman, I can only speak personally that even if we have someone, we go above and beyond to make sure our children, our husbands, or our spouses' needs are met. And we do
Mhm.
forget the most
Mhm.
important person,
Oh,
and we
yeah.
don't see ourselves as the most
Yeah.
important. They are important. We come afterthought. There's people
Mhm.
who find pleasure in saying, "I've gone without food for 3 days, just making sure my kids eat." I understand that. I really do. I would sacrifice for them too if they were hungry and we didn't have the money to
Mhm.
eat. But
Mhm. Mhm.
if you die, what are they going to do?
And who's
You
gonna love them like you?
Nobody. So you've got to
Yes.
take care of you, people. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But I I'm telling you guys, it works. You cannot keep doing it at a certain level. They never
Mhm.
learn it. As a parent
Mhm.
that loves them, you have to say no. I bought a very good
Mhm.
friend of mine. a shirt that says, "No, I'm busy." And I told her to put it on because when it comes to friends and family, she won't do it. She'll try to figure out a way to do it, but she's neglecting herself and her dreams and her desires and her goal in the process, not understanding that if she meets some of those, her family and friends are going to be blessed because that's just how we are. We're going to take care of them, you know? So we're almost done. That's how fast this time flies. You gave us something very powerful. Thank you. You said 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So you're not used
Just
to it.
start 15 minutes.
And I'm going to
And then
challenge to do it. Go ahead, Renata. And
okay,
then,
so I do have another thing.
okay.
Because I've been a hairstylist for 14 years. I want to tell men and women out there, also along with that 15 minutes, have you a routine while you're doing that 15 minutes, whether it's a face cleanser, a moisturizer, a toner, you know what I mean? Like have your whole everything laid out and play some music, light some incense, whatever it is that's going to get you in the zone to concentrate about you. I wake up at 5:30 so I can have an hour to myself because I know once my day starts, I'm for everyone else and I'll be waiting on me last. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll be on yourself last. So I give myself that good hour, hour and a half in the morning. I don't speak to no one. I'm in my zen. I meditate. I stretch. I do my affirmation. And I think that it helps my mental when I do those things. A lot of people say, "Oh, that's too much. You're doing too much," but it works for me.
And
It
it
works
works.
for me because the most valuable thing I have is my mental.
It would help a lot of us. It would help with high blood pressure, eating poorly. All those things
Yeah,
come out stress
yeah.
and not taking time to really think about and get. And it's a reminder to me.
Okay.
Don't do anything. Take that time. So I'm
Hmm.
going to take your idea. That is going
Yes.
to be the first thing of the day. All the ladies and gentlemen that pop on. A lot of y'all don't say nothing. I heard yesterday from women. I watch you all the time. I watch y'all at least do a thumbs up. Do
Yeah.
something so I can see you there. I would
Share
love to
the
shout
broadcast. Yeah.
share it, tag me something so I can know you're here. Even if you saw it on the replay, I started training people. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share on YouTube. I'm on YouTube as well. And I tell people on Facebook, go ahead and give me a thumbs up or a heart or something, and I know you were there. And if you saw it not live, but you were on the replay, put replay so I'll know you did see it. I didn't get a chance to say hi to you, but I know you did see it. That's it. I have nothing else. Guys, my producer is putting up. I'm ready if you
She
need to
is.
have coaching or be a guest on the show or any of that. Hit me up. I'll be happy to do it because that's what I do. And with that being said, Renata, you want to say goodbye to everyone?
Well, I'll see you May 17th at
Yes. If
8 o'clock.
not back on
Yes,
here before
with your sundresses and your cowboy boots for a M. Kelly and Tina Brown Southern
showdown.
Soul concert. It's about to be good, y'all.
Wait, oh
Get
my
ready
God.
to wet your edges out. Get your fans ready. Get your boots shined up. It's going to be an event you don't want to miss.
Learn the dance because we're going to be doing the line dances, y'all.
Yes,
It's going to be so funny.
yes, yes.
Yes. It will be televised. So
It will
don't
be.
miss it. Yes, it will
Yeah,
be. Don't miss it. We're gonna have fun, you guys, and you will be upset if you missed it. So again, that is
perfect.
the flyer. Tells you where it is. So screenshot this. We'll drop it in the remarks too. I think we can do that. But it's gonna be
Okay.
fun, and
Yes.
yeah. So it's gonna be a good time. So with that being said, we're gonna sign off. And as always, I wish you love and light, peace and blessings until we come back next time.
Yay.
I want Oklahoma. This is Tina Brown, the Bad Girl Blues. I want y'all to come out May 17th to Tru Godis Entertainment, presenting sundresses and cowboy boots. Y'all come on out, party, and wear them sundresses and boots, and let's shake a tail feather, honey. Because I'm coming out to show up and show out, honey. Let them know the bad girl is coming to town. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. How you doing?
Hello, business owners. This is your fit photographer, Andre Gerard, coming at you with my 2025 campaign. The goal is to promote and empower her enterprise. Yes, the goal is to elevate women of color in business. On March the 1st, we are set to launch this new campaign, and it doesn't matter what your business is. Please contact us at www.andregerardphotography.com to book your consultation. Let's make this an amazing year. Follow me on all social media at Andre Gerard, your fit photographer.
Hi, I'm Pat Nash, and I want to speak to you a little bit about dreams, about hope, about maybe giving up or wondering why you haven't moved forward. Someone asked me, how did you get here to be a relationship coach? It actually came out of a need for myself and what I observed looking around after I asked myself a couple of questions. Why was I not doing the things that I wanted to do? Why had I gone through divorce? I realized I was not the only one. You see, there's a lot of us who stopped hoping, who stopped dreaming, who stopped chasing our dreams or going after our dreams because we don't have to chase anything. When we look internally and figure out what it is that's holding us back, the sky's the limit, and you don't have to chase anything. You attract it.